You're welcome to one of the CorelDraw graphic design tutorial. But in this video, we're going to be dwelling on interactive fit to path test, the tool. The application and features described in this tutorial require CorelDraw Graphics Suite 13 or newer to be installed. Since Corel 13 it's easier than ever before to attach text to a path with precision. A common effect used in creating signs and logo. The interactive fill text to path tool lets users simply select text, move the pointer along a path, and click to set the text position. Users can also easily control the text offset. In addition, users can scale the text after it has been placed on the path by simply selecting both text and the path and dragging one on the line. So in this particular tutorial, what I'm going to be teaching you is how to fit a text to path. In most logo, we see in most cases this is a project. This is the example we're going to be working with in this particular project. How a text could be fit along with a path. All we need to do to make use of is the use of our ellipse tool as well as the perfect circle. As you all know, we can achieve a perfect circle with the service of the ellipse tool. Only for all we need to do is just to click and press our control key on our keyboard to achieve that. So here we go. So this is the ellipse tool. I have to drag it to a point that I know is going to be okay for me. And the next thing, I need to double it so that I can achieve what I want to achieve. Just watch and see what I'm trying to do here. So I'll use this particular second, the inner circle, inner ellipse, to cut the outer one. So I have to go to trim and cut it out. So the middle circle ellipse, I don't need it. This is what I need. In order to achieve what I want to achieve, I need to shrink, click and drag one of these nodes so that I will achieve. So now this time around, what I need is my perfect circle. And to achieve a perfect circle, like I said earlier, you need to press your control key on the keyboard and drag. That's what I just done to achieve that. So I need a circle at that point in time, at that particular position. This is where I want my circle to start. But I still need to drag it in so that I can have the width of this circle to be wider than. So to achieve that, I need to duplicate this circle and select and to trim. So I've been able to achieve what I want to achieve with that circle without cutting. So the center circle, I might not need it, but it's always good. We'll leave it there for future purpose. This is what I've been able to achieve with my circles. So I'm just filling it with colors and with one particular color. If you notice this, all I need to do now is to group this thing, because the next thing I will need to do is to tilt this object to a particular point. What is that point? It depends on how, like the image we're following as the example sample we're working with. This image is tilted. It's tilted to a particular point. It depends on how it is and what we are following. Like what we have on the screen now. The image is tilted to about 30 degrees. Just take a look at the property bar while I'm trying to skew you can see the degree of skewness. That's 45, that's 30. It depends on how you want it. But in this case, I want to believe that the skewness, the skewness of about 30 degrees skewness is actually what they use to achieve the sample object we are following. Now the next thing I need to do now is to fit the text to this path. But to do that, I will need the service of a particular um, path, something like circle, because we are fitting the text on a circular object. So what I will need as well here is a circle, but not filled. I just need a thin line or a broken line. After use, I'll just have to like delete it, and that's what we are to achieve here. So by now, I will need to use to employ the service of my text tool to achieve that. But before I do that, I need to create the path. So now this is a circle. There is a circle out there that I just need to, like the circle I left. We have the inner circle. We can expand that to achieve what we want to achieve without fitting the text to path. So I just need to give it a color or just a size or thickness. I can as well make it a broken line that after use I can easily delete it. So a lot of things are abound, but what I would advise is while you are working on all this, everything that has to do with CorelDraw graphic design, not everything I teach you you can get at the point in time, but it all boils down to how determined and how focused you have, because there are so many things that is required of you to understand on your own by just taking your time to study every movement, every changes you observe on the screen. So now I'm typing. I'm using my text to type what we have there, which is creative services. So to achieve what I want to achieve, this is one of those things that you need to understand. Let's assume you are trying to create a logo, and that logo need not to be changed. We want to achieve what we want to achieve. You need to be so confident with the text look. You understand what the text is. You understand its family, even though exactly if you can recall the exact name, like the one I'm using now. The name of this text is humanist, and we have families of humanists. So it all boils down to how observative you are. So now I want to fix this text to path. All I need to do is just to select the two. Select the text first and select the path. Now go to where I have my text on the text menu and locate fix text to path. And this is just it. Now the next thing now is to adjust this to what to a desired point. And looking at the property bar, we have a lot of options there. Now all you need to do here is to text. Click one, observe the character, observe the movement. I think you should know where exactly you want to place your text. If I should go to the other box that is available to me, a lot of options are there as well for me. I can easily do that. If this is what I want, I will stay there. I will stop there. If this is not what I want, I will choose some other options available. And that's one thing about graphic design. You can do and undo. If you are okay with what you are saying, you stay there. You start doing another thing. But if you are not okay and you are not satisfied with whatever you are doing, you can still go ahead and do a lot of stuff. There are so many options on this property, but when it comes to fitting text to path, so it's everything has to be. Now I need to remove this text from the path, but let's go back to when it was not removed. If I didn't remove this, what will I achieve? The text will be moving along with the path. I don't need that. All I need to do is to go to my arrange and locate where we have break text from path, and this is what we achieve after doing that. So those are the. Now on the other hand, it is nothing, but it's almost the same process. But just for you to, for learning sake, you can just go through all these and try and see what this is. On this is supposed to be on the other side of the path of the circle. And there's still so many options there. If you look at one of the those options we have on the property bar, we have a place where we have a big E and a small letter A. On the small letter A, like we can see, there's a flipping of this text horizontally, and there is also one that has a flip vertically. So now depends on which of these things you want. If I don't want to, I can make use of my of this other third box we have on the property bar from left. This is what I achieved. And you need to be mindful of something. While you are pressing this, there is a change in numbering in degrees of all the we have there. So these are the things you need to take note of while you are working, because it's require much of your intellectual capital to achieve a lot of things with CorelDraw. Now there is this other text we have inside, which is orbit. Orbit, it might be anything, but since the logo has to be what we have on the screen, you need to make sure you find this particular character, this particular font to put there. That is why it's always advisable on a graphic design computer, CorelDraw, you are expected to have more than enough text. Lay your hands on almost every text available, so it will make job work more easier for you to do, because there's some work that you have to there's some design that you need to like get it exactly as it is, exactly as it that's what I've been able to. That is Bahamas. So that is the font size we're looking for, and you have to make sure the color also has no variance, no variation in the color. You have to learn how to do all this on your own. So it's all about trial and error. I can You can try as long as this is what we have, and this is how to achieve a text fitting to parts. So you can try some other graphic design that looks